All right, YouTube, what is going on? It is Zaya here from Zaya&TheSteelers back with another video and the first video in the new place. As you can see, the setup is a bit different. It is a work in progress. I know, I see it. But when a move like this happens, man, you got to just get right to it. So if you guys are Steelers fans or you enjoy NFL content in general, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We are on the grind to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you to the people who have subscribed already. And shout out to the future subscribers, man. So, the Pittsburgh Steelers have made a splash at wide receiver. Now, of course, it has been the talk all offseason, pretty much, ever since the Deontay trade of, all right, we need a new weapon. And even before we got rid of Deontay, I was thinking, that wide receiver 3 spot, Allen Robinson did his thing. Calvin Austin kind of steps in when he does. But we could have used another weapon pre-Deontay Johnson trade. And now here we are, post-Deontay Johnson trade. And we got, George Pickens, Van Jefferson, and Calvin Austin, and now QuezWatkins, guys. And if you guys aren't familiar with QuezWatkins, I don't blame you. Not too much on QuezWatkins, but he's not like the big splash receiver that we have been talking about. He's not like the Tyler Boyd. He's not the Brandon Ayuk. He's not the Deebo Samuel. He's not even the Justin Jefferson that, maybe we were going to get. I think this tweet right here perfectly describes it. Shout out to Daniel. It says, Steelers might think if they combine enough wide receiver threes, they can build one wide receiver too. And yeah, that is pretty much the vibes that I got from this move. Once again, not too much on QuezWatkins. It was just like kind of out of left field. We've been waiting for, like I said, the big splash receiver, and we've gotten QuezWatkins, just like we've gotten Van Jefferson. I still think too that we are going to be on the hunt for another receiver. I do think in the draft, even like just with how things have gone and like where we're at, like we got Russell Wilson, we got two quarterbacks, we got Russell and Justin Fields. Now Fields isn't necessarily the thrower of the football that some people would like him to be. But you still got to get him some weapons. You can't bring in two new quarterback prospects and like really need them to play good and not give them anybody to throw to. So, I mean, in QuezWatkins, to me, I think he's like solid-ish. Like I really haven't seen him play like that. But I feel like in the Steelers system, sometimes we get players from other teams and we turn them into all stars. So QuezWatkins, we will see what ends up happening with you. I have one more picture up too. This one kind of had me dead. The Steelers wide receiver room before and after the QuezWatkins signing. It was like all he did was step back. Like literally, bro. Like at this point, like that's pretty much what happened. But I mean, now that we're here, I still do think that we are gonna make a move for a wide receiver. Whether that's free agency or in the draft, like the names I've mentioned of Brandon Ayuk, of like Deebo Samuel, of Justin Jefferson. I don't think we're gonna get Justin Jefferson, but I really think Brandon Ayuk is a real possibility. Not only him, but I think Tyler Boyd is a real possibility too. I've seen some reports of like we're in like a standoff with Tyler Boyd or whatever. Like we've offered a contract, we don't know if he's going to accept. I don't know how true that is. I've also seen some things like maybe not everybody in the Steelers like locker room is in on Tyler Boyd, and there's that. To me, I listen, man. Big Pitt fan. I don't have the helmet up. The helmet is back there, I swear. But big Pitt fan. Tyler Boyd would be solid. However, I don't think we need to necessarily break the bank. If you get my drift, like if it's like a hey, I want more kind of thing, and like depending on what we're offering, and maybe it's fair. But the Steelers, we be trying to save some money, man. We be penny pinching. We gotta admit it. We be penny pinching, and so maybe the offer isn't crazy. But yeah, I don't think we need to like overspend on Tyler Boyd. Brandon Ayuk, I think man, he's gonna come with a contract. I don't want to trade the first. Like guys, like hear me out. There was a lot of people on here saying we got to trade a second round pick for Justin Fields, and we ended up getting him for a sixth. And so the Brandon Ayuk trade, is he worth a first round pick? Yeah, probably. Should we do that? I don't know. I don't know if that's the move right now. If we could get anything less, like if we could give up like maybe a second, even once again, a second was too high for Justin Fields. To me, a second is a little high for Brandon Ayuk, but I could see that. It makes sense to me, and he is a very good receiver. But yeah, anything less than a first, man, and I'm down to do it because he's also going to come with a new contract, I believe. So there's that too, and like that just adds on to the reasons as to why maybe we won't sign him. But I think Brandon Ayuk is probably like my favorite option of them. There's probably two, just thinking about it, like all the names that have been brought up. Like I bet the Steelers are gonna bring in someone like QuezWatkins, like just out of nowhere, bro. Just literally RKO out of nowhere. Here we do. We got QuezWatkins now. But yeah, between Tyler and Brandon Ayuk, I think I'm leaning more Brandon Ayuk. And if it's between all three of them and like giving up assets or using a pick in the draft, like Brian Thomas Jr., man, looks pretty good. And I also think that this is a very deep receiver class. There's people like Xavier Legette. There's people like Jamari Thrash. There's people like Brendan Rice, like later in the draft. Well, and guys like nobody that this is subtopic. And shout out to the people who like watch my mock drafts and stuff. Like we don't all know these prospects, bro. Like I'll be unless you're a college guy, we don't all know. And so like to be like, oh, we shouldn't get Jamari, we should get Xavier. Like I'll admit I don't know, but I feel like all of these receiver prospects are, prospects. They are, a chance for pretty successful, careers. And so if we can get one of them, like what's his name, Adonai Mitchell from Texas, if we can get Xavier Worthy from is he from Texas as well? Or Tez, I'm trying to think. Xavier Worthy is from Texas. I think Adonai is also from Texas. Big Texas guys in the draft this year. We get Tez Walker from North Carolina as well. To me, there's just a lot of options in the draft as well, and we are definitely going to walk away with one of them, man. We are definitely leaving with something, man. Definitely for sure. And so yeah, shout out to QuezWatkins. Welcome to the Steelers. Lastly, I wanted to bring this up. Because it is talking about the quarterback situation, and the Steelers, we just can't escape the quarterback situation. Here's like a quote from Mike Tomlin. To be honest, this is a lot of words. This is a lot of sentences. Shout out to Nick Farbaugh for this article. But pretty much, Russell is in pole position when it's time to compete. We get into training camp like settings and going into preseason stadiums. Obviously, Justin will be given an opportunity to showcase his capabilities. So this pretty much, confirms what we were all thinking. This pretty much confirms like what Kenny Pickett was thinking too, of like, hey man, Russ is gonna be the starter, and Justin Fields is just like killing dog. Like it's just absolutely him. Russ is gonna be the starter for at least a little bit, and now too with the Justin Fields 51% of snaps. Not to say that really matters, because if Fields is just killing, then yeah, we should play Justin Fields, But, there's a chance that we can only give up a 6 for Justin Fields if Russell Wilson, the guy we signed just for 1 year, if the guy we signed just for 1 year can play just for 1 year, like if he can just do that, we can save some draft capital, and maybe we got the better quarterback prospect, man. So I'm really excited. I really am excited for this upcoming season. I'm excited to see either Russ or Justin Fields. I'm excited to see them both duke it out in the preseason. And I really think it's going to be a big year, especially too if we kind of go back to the beginning of the video of like if we get a receiver, if we finally get a number 2 wide receiver and not a bunch of number 3s. No offense, and not too much, like I mentioned, not too much on Quez, not too much on Van Jefferson. We will see if one of them is him. But as of right now, this is just like the common fan kind of take on it. This is the common media kind of take on it. And I don't know, like maybe in the future I'll watch back and be like, bruh, we signed QuezWatkins and that won us the Super Bowl, like maybe, just maybe, right? But yeah, I think that is going to do it for me for this video. I know it wasn't the longest thing, pause, but I did want to make a new video in the setup. You guys can see I got a lot of stuff to do. And also, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but like I noticed this yesterday, like when I was just trying to see like how things looked. I feel like my camera is just like weird, bro. Like I feel like it looks weird. I feel like you guys can see like more of me too, like almost my whole body now. Like this is crazy, but here we are. We're in the new place. Hopefully big things come. And also the kind of a random subtopic, but memberships are going to be coming soon. I am working on like the kind of details of it. I got to upload some stuff to YouTube again. Like it's now back on me to do it. And so we will do it, and I will figure out all of the splendid options. And if anybody out there is like really into it, if anybody out there wants to support, then I appreciate you guys. But yeah, like I said, I am going to get out of here. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. This has been Zaya from Zaya and the Steelers, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.